in Barcelona for punting out Raffaele Marcello. He had a penalty for jumping the chicane and gaining an advantage. And here is Nicholas Latifi heading in the wrong direction. So twice we've seen that now in this session. And you can see the turning vane flapping around and discarding, as we tend to see at one point of the weekend or another.
What a race. What a race. Mislim, da si bomo vsi vdahnili res, ko bo konec teh 57 krogov.
Hej, Andraž, Četreho. Ja, Kviat je tole. Že drugo trčenje Danija Kviata in na enak način. In poglej, mislim, da bo tule Kviatov avto spet preživel Kviata. Poglejva tule, tam na desni strani, mislim, da se je Dani Kviat poskušal zapeljati notri. Stroll ga sploh ni videl in takole.
No one could accuse Lewis of not being on the limit on Friday. He pushed too hard, too soon in practice one. It left his team with plenty of work to do. And it left Hamilton with plenty of time to reflect. A 5-place grid penalty for a gearbox change didn't improve the outlook.
A dry line had appeared and Lucas Di Grassi had made the stop for intermediate tyres, but Yamamoto sent him in a spin and out of the race.
In the other HWA, up to 5th position. Oh, David Schumacher damaging the left suspension. This is going to be spectacular. Well, that's why the LED boards were flashing to warn, I think it was white rather than yellow, to warn of a slow car on the circuit. Dramatic moment though for David Schumacher. The driver down there in 29th did make it back to the pits. Inside the 2-minute warning, Ben Biscow, 0.6 of a second away from the leader. I think you'll be quite pleased with that.
Can challenge you for second place.
Well, Gawler is very familiar with these Formula 4 cars. Full season of German Formula 4 racing last year. 2 top 10 finishes, 4th in the rookie standings, and he spun it. Well, just as I was pleading his case. He goes and spins it.
Well, he was spun with assistance. I'm afraid Lorenzo Fluxer decided to go up the inside. There was contact, and now outside the top 10. And unfortunately, when you try and spin your car back on the track, you don't do a 540 followed by some more spinning and a 180. Very much at the back of the field. You had to feel...
Wait for him, there he is. Then it's Caldwell, but Beckman having a big moment to 7 and 8, and that is why we've got the yellow flags. Roman Stanek. You get the idea of how heavy the rain is there. Roman Stanek off the road. He will join Smolia as the second retirement of the day. Oh, and we've got a third. Round goes Fernandez. Sebastian Fernandez on pole for the first round of the season. Provisional pole with half the session to go yesterday, but the conditions have changed. He doesn't like it one bit. That's Stanek off the road at the top of your picture in the Charus car. And then further along, yeah, totally unsighted, and Fernandez spinning out of the race. We knew we'd get safety cars today with these conditions. Vesti doing well. Well, Fernandez has managed to keep... Well done, Sebastian Fernandez, giving the marshals less to do. Hopefully he can get that back to the pits. And the red flag has been flown. So Bert Mailander will return the field to the pit lane with the red flag out. But the man who took a really strong pole position, oh, we've lost a wheel. It's a racing engineering car that's ripped his left wheel off, and it's Norman Nato. Did he get into his teammate, or has he made a mistake on his own? Either way, he was spun round at the start, and now he finishes his afternoon in the barriers. DRS disabled once again, and we've lost another car now, the 10th of the afternoon, into the wall, and it's the championship leader, Norman Nato, who will score no points. So great to see that he's okay. Just checks that everything's all right. The neutral button has been pressed, so the marshals can easily remove it. And the safety car out once again. Hello to you. We expected to see it a lot. So let's see how Nato ended his afternoon early. Ericsson, De Jong and King, and he's going down the inside of his teammate, and that is as clumsy as it gets. You do not want to be doing that to your teammate. Nato really nowhere else to go. Thought he had to make the move, tagging his teammate. We haven't seen him with a puncher, but that is the end. Let's go on board. Heading down to turn number 3. Thinks there's a gap, and he did not have it slowed down. Furious at his teammate. That will be a very fun team briefing.
I was not expecting him to come on the inside there.
And Jordan King summarising what I think we're all thinking wasn't really a need to try a risky move on your teammate when there is such a clearly defined overtaking opportunity with DRS. And this Baku track claims another retirement. Not to the amusement, of course, of the racing engineering team. So the safety car deployed. First and third. Here's Nikita Mazepin facing the wrong way. And that is going to bring out the yellow flags in Sector 3. And what a performance from Drakovic on debut. But that is surely going to ruin things for all of the drivers behind.
Yeah, Aitken was on a lap behind him, which will have to be aborted because he was only coming through the second sector, and he's just got wide on the marbles and caught that sausage curve on the outside, but he was already well wide by the time he got to the mid-corner.
And that's where it ended up. Improvements in the first sector. We'll never know the answer, but drivers who were improving in the first sector